Okay, stand right there. Let me shut the door. Okay.
How are you?
All right, we're going to go see Mr. Morales. You got my hand?
Yeah, Dennis.
You haven't been here in a long time, have you? I know. Well, I figured I'd surprise you today and surprise him too.
He was surprised.
You haven't been over here in a long time. This is where you used to work.
Yep.
How are you doing?
Fine.
You feeling better?
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard you in the hospital.
Yeah, you've been in there.
Huh?
I figured y'all two hadn't seen each other in a long time. I said, well, I'll surprise you and I'll surprise her.
Okay, come and take a seat.
How you been, Mr. Morales?
I'm doing pretty good.
You look great, man.
Thank you.
You look awesome. You getting ready for Thanksgiving?
We're ready.
Get ready to have some turkey? Well, I told Grandma she had to hurry up and get out of the hospital or she's going to have a hospital turkey instead of... You don't want to eat no hospital food for Thanksgiving.
No.
Come over and have a seat, Grandma.
Because I sit over here by the sofa. Okay. You feel better?
Yes, I'm a lot better.
Well, good. Good. I know you've been in the hospital.
Yeah.
You feel better. That's good.
So how you been?
I've been doing good.
Good. Now your daughter's taking care of you now?
Well, she comes and takes care of me once in a while in the evenings.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good.
She lives with her dog here.
Okay. Oh, she lives here now?
Huh?
Do your daughter live here?
No,
She just comes and...
she comes in the morning and the evening.
Oh, okay. That's good.
There's a dog, Sticky. I don't know Sticky. Right? Well, right now she's with Tilly's,
Okay.
with Tilly's son, because Tilly had to go down south. But my sister passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
She had to go to a funeral.
Oh, how old was she?
She's 2 years older than me, 87.
I'll be darned. You're what, 85?
I'm 85.
85. Oh, gosh. Man, y'all got me beat by... Grandma's 92, you're 85, I'm only 54. I feel like a baby. I'm just a baby. But, yeah, we've been doing all right. I can say Grandma scared us. She had a little accident. I'm James. Yeah, I'm the one with the farm, remember? With all the animals, the chickens and the goats and the cow. And
How are they doing?
Good. They're doing fine.
Fine. We're good.
Yeah, wife, everybody's good. We're doing all right. Getting cold. It's that time of the year you got to put out lots of hay and heat up the water, the stock tanks and everything. But other than that, just get ready for winter.
You still got the donkey?
Oh, yes, sir. The old ornery old donkeys, still got them.
Still got them. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure do. But, no, we just, Grandma got out of the hospital, let's see. Well, she got out last Thursday, and then they took her over to Bivens for rehab. And she stayed in Bivens rehab from Thursday night till Monday. And then they said Monday they wanted to keep her 10 more days. And she said, heck no, I want to go home.
You want to go for...
And so she signed herself out.
You did?
Yes, yep. She said, nope, I'm going home, and nobody stopped me. So she called me up and come get me. So we went down there and got her, and she's been home since Monday night. And today's what? Today's Thursday. So she's been home about 3 days, and just like normal, eating good, same old ornery self. She hadn't changed a bit. But she had a doctor's appointment right over here at Dr. Chandler this morning. So we just left there, and I'm thinking, Western Street's just right down the road. I said, I haven't seen Mr. Morales in a long time, and I know she hasn't. I said, let me whip by there and see if he's home. And so that's why I knocked on your door, and sure enough, I said, well, I'll surprise her. And because we were getting close here, and she's looking around because she hadn't been over this way in a while. And she says, boy, Western Street sure is busy today. And I said, you know where you're at? She goes, yep, I'm right here on Western Street. And then we started getting closer to your house and closer to your house. And I said, then I pulled in your driveway, and she's looking, and her eyes are big as silver dollars. And I said, you know where you're at? And she says, yes. I said, yeah, you hadn't been here in a while, have you? And she says, no. I said, well, you're not coming to work today, Grandma. I said, and once I saw your home, and she couldn't get out of the truck fast enough. She opened that door and whipped off that seatbelt, and she come right up that ramp. Well, that's good to see y'all two together, man. Made my day. But, well, good, man. I'm glad you're doing well, and you look good. And
In September, I had pneumonia.
oh, no.
And I was in the hospital for about 10 days.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it sounds like you beat it.
Yeah, and then after I got out of the hospital, they sent me to rehab. At
How long were you in rehab?
a nursing home for a month. So I went there for about a month.
How'd you like that?
That was pretty nice where I was.
Was it a good deal?
Yeah, it was a good deal. And
Okay.
in a month, I thought, I want to go home.
So you had a month of it, and then, like I say, there's people don't understand. It's okay for a little bit, but long term, there's no place like home, is there?
Don't play like home.
Yeah, that's why Dorothy said it in The Wizard of Oz, right? She clicked her heels together, and there's no place like home.
That's right.
Yeah, she's the same way. You know, after 5 days, she said enough. I just want to go home, and that's what's familiar. I mean, you know, you're the same way. You live home, you know, by yourself, and that's what's familiar to you. It's your home.
I wish Tiki would have been here, so she would have seen you down. Tiki,
Oh, yeah.
what,
I said,
well, since my daughter went down south to my sister's funeral, her son's taking care of her.
Are you taking care of Dickie?
Yeah, he's taking care of Tiki.
I'll be darned.
Tiki would sure be glad to see him down.
Well, I'll have to bring her by another time when Dickie gets back over here. She's not going anywhere. She's been here forever, so have you. So y'all are not going anywhere. I'll bring her over another time. Today I was driving by, and I figured today would be a good time to visit.
Yeah, I'm here all the time.
What's that?
I'm here all the time.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
And Tiki's here during the week.
Oh, okay.
talk to you.
Now, when's your daughter get back?
She's coming today.
Oh, does it? Okay, cool.
She's coming back today.
When they have the funeral, over the weekend?
They had it today.
Oh, they had it today?
They had it today at 10 o'clock this morning.
Was it here in Amarillo or no?
Huh?
Was it in Amarillo?
No, she's in down South Texas.
Oh, South Texas. Is she going to drive back?
Yeah, they're driving back.
Oh, okay.
Her and my daughter-in-law and Darlene.
Okay.
The three went.
Very good.
It's about 550 miles, something like that.
Oh, wow. So they got a long drive afterward.
Drive.
They'll probably get in this evening.
Yeah, the funeral was at 10.
So they get out of there by noon after, seeing everybody. And
They'll be here by 8 o'clock to get tonight.
okay. Very nice. Well, cool.
See, there's my picture.
You still got what? Oh, your pictures? Yeah.
That was in my room.
Have you? Yeah, he's got a beautiful home, doesn't he?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
And I always say like that's home.
Oh, yeah? He always made you feel like you're at home?
And this is her home.
Yeah.
I always told her that.
Yeah.
When you come here, you feel like you're at home. Good too. Both of you.
Yeah, good. Good. Very
Always welcome in this house.
Yeah, she knew when I pulled up. She knew exactly where she was at. She's like a little kid. Well, not everybody has a little circle driveway like you, I mean, and then I've only been here a few times, and I remember it quite well, the few times I've been here, so it's all right. Well, very good, man. Very good. I'm glad you're doing all right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, we got Thanksgiving coming, and we got Christmas coming here pretty soon, man. They just,
We still have a bunch of vacation.
yeah, won't be long. But Cowboys are winning this year in football.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been so far they're doing pretty good. So that's a good year for the Dallas Cowboys. They've been doing good. And other than that, not a lot going on, man. It's kind of quieted down for winter.
Oh, yeah.
Not a lot of news, to be honest. But, well, Grandma, shall I get you home and have some lunch? You've had a pretty busy morning. But I just I thought it'd be cool to,
So glad you're okay to visit.
yeah, at least you know she's fine now. I know you called for her a few times when she was in the hospital and stuff, and my aunt said that you'd called. I think Tilly called too to check on Donna, check on Granny.
Yeah.
And
A wonderful person.
but now you can tell Tilly, say, I saw Donna day to day, and she's doing just fine.
I am going to. She asked me about it all day.
Well, you can tell her today you saw her live in person.
Yeah, she told me, have you called Dada? Have you called Dada?
Yeah.
I told her this time I heard she was in the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, she made a mistake. She was did they tell you what happened?
Yeah.
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 She drank a little she mistook a bottle of Pine Sol for apple juice. And she was doing some cleaning and she left the Pine Sol on the counter and then she went away and then she came back and she's probably thirsty or something, so she thought she was pouring apple juice and it was Pine Sol. And she left it sitting on the table and she didn't drink it at first. But then I came that night, and I come there every day and give her medicine. And when Granny drinks, she always has a straw in her cup. So I gave her medicine. I said, okay, Grandma. And then I was working on a refrigerator that day. So I was over working on a refrigerator, and she's sitting there getting ready to take her medicine. And she grabbed the cup, which I thought was apple juice, but it was Pine Sol.
Fine, so
And she took a sip. Put the pills in her mouth, and she took a sip. And she said something, and I said, what'd you say, Grandma? And I thought maybe the pills were getting stuck in her throat. So I ran over to her, and when I ran over to her, I looked inside her mouth to see, I thought that she was choking on a pill or something. But when I looked, I smelled the Pine Sol in her breath. And I said, Granny, what do you got here? And I grabbed the cup, and I was like, oh, dear. You know, you don't have apple juice here, you have Pine Sol. So I threw it in the sink right away. I called 911, and shortly after that, she got sick. You know, she threw up a little bit and stuff. But I said, no, you need to go to the hospital. So
it's a good thing you were there.
it's a very good thing I was there. Thank God, goodness that, you know, that I was there and we could do something. And they cleaned out her stomach and all that stuff. And she spent about a week in the hospital because that stuff is so strong, the vapors affects your lungs and stuff. Yeah. And then she got a little bit of pneumonia. You know, sometimes when you go in the hospital, you catch pneumonia. And so she had a little bit of pneumonia going on, and they cleared that up. And, you know, within a week, she was good. They released her. She was there from Thursday to Thursday. And like I say, then they put her in rehab. And after 5 days, she said, nope, I'm good. Let me go home. So, and she's doing good now. So, but yeah, it's just, you know, she just made a mistake, you know, because if you look at them, they look the same, you know, unless you get up close and see the label. Apple juice and Pine Sol look identical in a cup, you know, and it's just a small mistake, but you know, it could have been worse, but
It could happen to anybody.
it could happen to anybody, man. I've made mistakes before. I've poured salt in my cereal before, and we've all done, you know, silly things. I've made a lot of mistakes like that before. But it happens. Accidents happen, right? So, but the good thing is she's well now, and that's what's important.
All right.
It's all right, right, Grandma? You've been through a lot worse in your life than that, right? Cool. Yeah. It's gonna take something more than Pine Sol to do her in. I mean, we joke about it now. It wasn't funny that day, but we could joke about it now. But no, the good Lord's got other plans for her.
I'll tell you something, see, a very dependable woman.
Yes, she is. Very independent.
I mean,
And her dogs, I tell you what, I think the dogs suffered more than she did. Them poor dogs were missing her.
they missed
And man, the day she came home that night, I opened that door. They bum rushed her like a herd of cattle, man. They jumped on her like they hadn't seen her in 100 years.
yeah,
And she did the same thing. She was so good to be home. And I mean, I'm sure you know. I'm sure you know when you got home from rehab, you were the same way.
yeah. She loves animals.
Yeah, yes, she does. She's doing good, man. I stayed with her the first night or two, and the first night, and she said, get your butt home. I don't need you. And she gets up in the motor, man, in the morning, and her motor runs all day long. Well, we put some cameras in her house, and that way, when I'm at home or my aunt's at home, we put in video cameras so we can watch in case she needs something or she's to fall or something.
You can do it in your home?
And I can, I can view her. I can sit in my house and watch the camera on her. I can see her in her house, and that's helped out a lot.
Well, that's great.
It's and plus I can get it on my cell phone. If I'm driving somewhere, I'm in another city, I can log on to the computer, and I can see what Grandma's doing in her living room or in her bedroom, and I put a camera outside in the yard. And it's also for safety. If a burglar was to come or something, or, I see the mailman walk up to the steps. I mean, I see everything. So that's helped out a lot. I put those in about 2 or 3 months ago, and it's good. It gives me, I sleep well at night knowing that she's okay, and it's worked out real well, because she's by herself, she's independent, but she's still by herself. And so, yeah, that's really worked out well. So far, so good, Mr. Rallis.
Oh, good. She's got a wonderful grandson.
I try hard. I mean, she was laughing about that the other day. It was like, who would have thought, 40 years ago when she was taking care of me and diapering my little butt, right? Who knew that 40 years later I'd be doing the same thing for her? She goes, I would have never thought that when you got old that you were going to be taking care of me. And I was like, well, it's my pleasure to do it. I live here, and it's no big deal. I don't do that much for her, but the little bit I do, I like doing, and she appreciates it. So that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of your grandparents. Like you say, they take care of you when you're little, and that's just the way it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah,
That's the way I was raised anyways.
just about an hour ago, one of my great-grandsons called me.
Uh-huh.
He said, Grandpa, guess what? He said, I'm going to come and bring you a hamburger. So he did. He came here about an hour and a half ago.
Bless his heart. And then, in this day and age with these kids nowadays, you don't see that. You really don't. I mean, I'm saying that's a lot for your grandson. He should be proud, and you should be proud of it, because these kids nowadays, they come and go, and they're playing video games, and they're living such a fast life. They stop to smell the roses. They forget about family and stuff. There's a lot of people out there that, I know some people that are, some older people that are just lonely, that family doesn't even come around and talk to them, and that's sad, so you got a good great-grandson there, man.
He's going to college.
Well, good.
He's 18 years old.
Is he? Well, they raised him right, man. They raised him right,
He got a job at a tool company.
Oh, did he? Okay, good.
He works and goes to college.
Well, he's a smart young man. Like I say, that speaks volumes of him coming to see you. And like I say, just come by, bring you a hamburger. Just stop and say hello, and because none of us are gonna be here forever, and he don't want to miss out,
And I miss them.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Grandma. Well, shall we pack it up and maybe we'll go get a hamburger or something? What do you think? He just mentioned hamburger. I'm hungry now. Let's go get a hamburger and we'll go home.